Kicking off our list at number 20 is a vehicle that defies categorization. The 1987 Chevy El Camino SS. This was the final curtain call for the legendary nameplate, combining the aggressive soul of a muscle car with the practical utility of a pickup truck. It was the ultimate mullet of the automotive world, business in the front, party in the back. Under the hood, the Chevy El Camino SS was powered by a reliable 305 cubic inch V8. This engine pumped out 165 horsepower and a solid 285 pound-feet of torque. Whether paired with the rare 4-speed manual or the smooth 3-speed automatic, it offered a driving experience that was both sporty and effortless. The exterior screamed 80s cool with its blacked-out trim and bold SS badging, while the interior kept you comfortable with bucket seats and air conditioning. But let's talk numbers. Back in 1987, you could drive this versatile machine off the dealer lot for a sticker price of around $12,000. It was an affordable workhorse then. Fast forward to today, and collectors are scrambling for clean examples. If you want to put one in your garage now, market values have surged, typically sitting between $22,000 and $30,000, proving that this rare Chevy is more than just a truck, it's an appreciating asset. The 1996 Chevy Impala SS marked the final curtain call for the legendary body platform. This wasn't just a family sedan, it was a sinister revival of the muscle car spirit, often dubbed Lord Vader's staff car for its menacing, monochromatic stance and high-performance DNA. Under the hood, it packed a detuned Corvette heart, the legendary 350 cubic inch V8 LT1 engine. This powerhouse delivered 260 horsepower and a massive 330 pound-feet of torque. While previous years were great, the 1996 model is the holy grail for collectors because it finally featured the floor-mounted shifter and analog gauges that true driving enthusiasts demanded. It sat on unique 17-inch aluminum wheels and featured heavy-duty police suspension components, making it handle far better than a car of its size had any right to. Let's talk value. Back in 1996, you could drive this full-size beast off the lot for an MSRP of roughly $24,500. It offered incredible performance for the money. Fast forward to today, and the market for the Chevy Impala SS is heating up. While you can find high-mileage drivers for less, a clean, collector-grade example now commands anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000. It is a true modern classic that proves bigger is sometimes better. If you think this big-body legend is still the king of the road, drop a G in the comments to let me know you like it very much. Next up is a true icon of the street, the 1970 Chevy Malibu SS. While the big blocks grabbed the headlines, this small block brawler offered a perfect balance of agility and muscle, wrapping high performance in a stylish, timeless package. Under the hood sat the robust 350 cubic inch V8. This power plant churned out a respectable 300 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. Mated to a 4-speed manual, it gave drivers that visceral, hands-on connection to the asphalt that modern cars just can't replicate. The design was pure aggression, featuring that famous split grille, chrome accents, and the requisite SS badging, while the interior kept things cool, with supportive bucket seats and factory air. So, what's the damage? Back in 1970, a well-optioned model would set you back about $3,500. It was an attainable dream. Today, that dream has gotten a bit pricier. A clean example in today's market commands anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000, depending on the restoration quality. It's a testament to the enduring legacy of American muscle. The 1968 Chevy Corvette Stingray marked a revolution in fiberglass, launching the iconic C3 generation. With its aggressive Mako shark-inspired bodywork, hidden headlights, and removable top roof panels, it wasn't just a sports car, it was a rolling statement of American dominance. But the real magic happened under the hood. For the true speed freak, the only option was the legendary L71 427 cubic inch V8. This tri-power big block monster screamed with 435 horsepower and a pavement-shredding 460 pound-feet of torque. Mated to a close-ratio 4-speed manual, it offered a raw, visceral driving experience that demanded a firm hand and total respect. Let's talk money. Back in 1968, a fully loaded 427 model would set you back roughly $5,600. It was a premium machine for a premium price. Today, that investment has paid off handsomely. A matching numbers, 427 Stingray, is now a blue-chip collectible, commanding a market value anywhere from $80,000 to $130,000. It remains one of the most desirable Chevy muscle cars ever built. Next on our list is a modern sleeper that often flies under the radar, the 2014 Chevy SS. Although it arrived in late 2013, it launched as a 2014 model, acting as a four-door Corvette for the family man. Powering this beast was the legendary LS3 6.2-liter V8. It pumped out a massive 415 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. In its debut year, it came exclusively with a 6-speed automatic transmission, offering a deceptively smooth ride that could turn into a tire-shredding monster at a green light. The styling was understated, but the subtle SS badging was a warning sign to anyone pulling up next to you. So, what did it cost to own this sleeper? Back in 2014, the sticker price sat right around $44,500. It was a performance bargain. Today, while the later manual models have skyrocketed, you can still find a clean 2014 automatic for a great price, typically trading between $25,000 and $35,000. It is a lot of car for the money. Moving on to a true heavyweight of the muscle car era, the 1966 Chevy Chevelle SS 396. This was the year the Chevelle truly toughened up, becoming a standalone series and a street-fighting legend that every enthusiast respects. Lurking under those simulated hood scoops was the mighty 396 cubic inch V8. Even in its base form, this big block churned out 325 horsepower and a tire-melting 410 pound-feet of torque. Whether you chose the Monte 4-speed manual for a raw, hands-on experience or the automatic for cruising, this car was built to dominate the stoplight Grand Prix. Now, let's look at the investment. Back in 1966, you could own this slice of American freedom for a base price of just $2,776. It was an absolute steal. Today, however, the secret is out. A restored example in the current market commands serious respect, typically trading between $50,000 and $80,000. If you are still with me on this ride through history, please comment number 1 below to let me know you are still watching. Next on our list is the versatile 1971 Chevy El Camino. This machine blurred the lines between a rugged pickup and a stylish muscle car, giving you the best of both worlds. It was business in the front, with its sporty grille and El Camino badging, and a party in the back, with a bed ready for hauling. Under the hood, this utility coupe was powered by the robust 350 cubic inch V8. In its prime, this engine was rated at 300 horsepower and a stout 380 pound-feet of torque. Whether paired with a 4-speed manual for a hands-on thrill or a smooth automatic, it delivered the kind of torque that made smoking tires easy. Let's talk numbers. Back in 1971, you could drive this stylish workhorse off the dealer lot for around $3,500. It was a bargain for such capability. Today, the secret is out. A clean 1971 example is highly sought after, with current market values ranging between $30,000 and $45,000. It is a classic that proves you can have muscle car performance with pickup truck practicality. Now we arrive at the holy grail of muscle cars, the 1969 Yenko Chevy Chevelle. Created by the legendary Don Yenko, this wasn't just a car. It was a special order weapon designed to skirt GM's restrictions and dominate the drag strip. At its heartbeat, the terrifying L72 427 cubic inch V8. This iron beast produced a conservative 425 horsepower and a pavement-cracking 460 pound-feet of torque. Whether paired with a rock crusher 4-speed or a heavy-duty automatic, the Yenko Chevelle offered a driving experience that was raw, violent, and unforgettable. It stood out with its distinctive YC graphics and badges, warning everyone that this was no ordinary Chevy. Let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets crazy. Back in 1969, you could pick up this supercar killer for roughly $4,200. It was expensive for its time, but worth every penny. Today, with only 99 ever produced, these are practically unicorns. If you want one now, you will need deep pockets. Market values currently range from $250,000 to over $400,000, making it one of the most valuable Chevy muscle cars in existence. Next, we move to the intersection of luxury and brute force with the 1971 Chevy Monte Carlo SS 454. While others were stripping weight for the drag strip, this personal luxury coupe brought a tuxedo to a street fight. Under that massive hood sat the legendary LS 5454 cubic inch V8. Despite the era's tightening regulations, this big block still hammered out 365 horsepower and a locomotive-like 465 pound-feet of torque. Unlike its Chevelle cousin, this gentleman's hot rod came exclusively with a heavy-duty automatic transmission, designed for effortless high-speed cruising rather than rowing gears. It featured a distinct blacked-out grille and automatic load-leveling suspension, making it a unique beast. Let's talk value. In 1971, this was a premium ride, costing you roughly $4,800 off the showroom floor. It was a status symbol. Today, collectors are realizing just how special these are. A clean, restored example currently trades hands for anywhere between $35,000 and $55,000. It remains one of the most stylish ways to burn rubber ever created. Next, we have the ultimate street sleeper, the 1968 Chevy Nova SS. While the Camaro got all the fame, the Nova was the lightweight brawler that could embarrass much more expensive machinery on the street. Under the hood of this compact beast sat the punchy 350 cubic inch V8. This small block dynamo delivered nearly 300 horsepower and a stout 380 pound-feet of torque. Because the Nova was so light, this engine, especially when paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, made the car a rocket ship. It didn't need flashy wings or stripes. The subtle SS badges and a sporty blacked-out grille were the only warnings you got before it left you in the dust. So, was it affordable? Absolutely. In 1968, you could snag a Nova SS for a base price of just $2,800. It was the best bang for your buck. Today, collectors have caught on. A clean, genuine SS 350 is no longer a budget buy, with market values currently sitting between $35,000 and $55,000. It remains a masterclass in power-to-weight ratio. Next, we uncover a factory secret, the 1969 Chevy COPO Camaro. COPO stands for Central Office Production Order, a loophole used by dealers to bypass GM's ban on putting big engines in small cars. This wasn't a car you found in a brochure. You had to know exactly which boxes to check to get one. Buried under the hood was the monster L72 427 cubic inch V8. It was underrated at 425 horsepower and churned out a massive 460 pound-feet of torque. Unlike other muscle cars covered in stripes and badges, many COPOs left the factory looking like plain daily drivers, with steel wheels, designed to lure unsuspecting victims into a race they would inevitably lose. Let's talk numbers. Because it was a special order with no frills, a savvy buyer in 1969 could snag this drag strip terror for roughly $3,800. It was the ultimate sleeper. Today, these cars are blue-chip investments. A genuine, documented steel block COPO Camaro is incredibly rare, with market values currently ranging from $150,000 to $250,000. It is a six-figure legend born from a loophole. Next, we look at the vehicle that famously asked, "Why choose between a truck and a muscle car?" The 1968 Chevy El Camino S396. This year marked a major redesign, introducing a curvier, more muscular body that transformed this utility coupe into a genuine street machine. Powering this hybrid was the formidable 396 cubic inch V8. Even in its base tune, it punched out 325 horsepower and a stump-pulling 410 pound-feet of torque. Drivers could spec this beast with a heavy-duty 3-speed automatic or the coveted 4-speed manual. turning a simple trip to the hardware store into a drag race. The package was finished off with a distinct twin-domed hood and blacked-out grille, ensuring everyone knew this wasn't just a delivery vehicle. Let's talk numbers. In 1968, a fully equipped SS model would cost you approximately $2,900. It was a lot of utility for the price. Today, that value has climbed significantly. A clean, restored example currently sits in the sweet spot of $30,000 to $50,000, proving that the combination of utility and speed never goes out of style. Next, we have the definition of a wolf in sheep's clothing. The 1965 Chevy Biscayne. While most saw it as a plain taxi or a police cruiser, savvy buyers knew it was the lightest full-size car Chevy made. It had no frills, no fancy trim, just pure potential. The real magic happened when you ticked the option for the legendary 409 cubic inch V8. In its final year of production, this monster produced up to 400 horsepower and 425 pound-feet of torque. Because the Biscayne had almost zero sound deadening, it was lighter than an Impala, making it a terror on the drag strip when paired with a 4-speed manual. Let's talk money. In 1965, this was the budget hot rod, costing roughly $3,200 for a big block model. It was cheap speed. Today, finding a factory big block Biscayne is like finding a needle in a haystack. Genuine examples are incredibly rare and highly prized, often commanding prices between $60,000 and $100,000. It is the ultimate sleeper. Next on our list is the gentleman's muscle car, the 1970 Chevy Monte Carlo SS 454. This was the very first year for the Monte Carlo, designed to offer Cadillac luxury with a muscle car heart. Unlike the standard models, the SS package was exclusive. It came with only one engine option, the massive LS5 454 cubic inch V8. This torque monster produced 360 horsepower and a pavement-crushing 500 pound-feet of torque. It featured automatic load-leveling suspension and a distinct blacked-out grille, making it one of the most sophisticated sleepers on the road. Let's talk value. Back in 1970, this heavy hitter had a sticker price of around $3,500. It was a status symbol you could afford. Today, these first-year SS models are becoming increasingly rare. A clean, numbers-matching example now commands a market value between $35,000 and $60,000, proving that class and power are a timeless combination. Next, we have the heavy artillery of the lineup, the 1971 Chevy Caprice. While often seen as a luxury liner, this full-size beast was a muscle car in a tuxedo when optioned correctly. It featured a completely redesigned chassis for 1971, offering a ride so smooth it felt like floating on a cloud. But don't let the comfort fool you. Under that massive hood lurked the optional turbojet 454 cubic inch V8. This powerhouse delivered 365 horsepower and a locomotive-like 465 pound-feet of torque. It moved this 2-ton land yacht with terrifying ease, making it the ultimate highway cruiser for the family man who still wanted to burn rubber. Let's talk money. In 1971, you could park this top-of-the-line Chevy in your driveway for a sticker price of around $4,200. It was expensive, but you got a lot of metal for your money. Today, clean two-door coupes are climbing in value. A well-preserved example with the big block engine now trades hands for anywhere between $20,000 and $35,000. It remains the king of the full-size cruisers. We can't talk about Chevy performance without mentioning the icon that paved the way, the 1957 Chevy Bel Air. While it predates the official muscle car era, the rare fuel-y version was arguably the grandfather of American street performance. The star of the show was the revolutionary ramjet fuel-injected 283 cubic inch V8. It achieved the magical engineering milestone of 1 horsepower per cubic inch, delivering a solid 283 horsepower. This was rocket science for the streets in the 50s. With its spectacular tail fins and gold anodized trim, it wasn't just fast, It was a rolling masterpiece of the atomic age. So, what was the cost of this legend? Back in 1957, a fully loaded Fully coupe would set you back roughly $3,000, a premium price for the time. Today, that investment looks like pocket change. A genuine, factory fuel-injected Bel Air is a blue-chip collectible, easily commanding prices between $60,000 and $100,000. It remains the quintessential American classic. Next, we have the swan song of a legend, the 1965 Chevy Impala SS 409. This car represents the end of an era, as the famous W-Series engine was phased out mid-year, making this specific model one of the rarest configurations in Chevy history. Under the hood sat the iconic 409 cubic-inch V8. In its final form, this powerhouse delivered a solid 400 horsepower and 425 pound-feet of torque, while the 1965 model introduced a wider, more luxurious body with curved side glass. The 409 engine ensured it was still a street brawler, capable of embarrassing smaller sports cars at the stoplight. Let's talk value. Back in early 1965, you could order this full-size bruiser for approximately $3,500. It was a reasonable price for a car that the Beach Boys sang about. Today, because of its short production run, a genuine 1965 SS 409 is a holy grail for collectors. Market values have soared, with matching numbers examples commanding anywhere from $60,000 to over $100,000. It is a rare piece of history that marks the transition to the big block era. Next, we have the pound-for-pound champion of the street, the 1968 Chevy Nova SS 396. While previous generations had style, the 1968 redesign shed the bulk and delivered a compact, semi-fastback shape that was all about power-to-weight ratio. The weapon of choice was the high-performance L78 396 cubic-inch V8. This solid-lifter beast was factory-rated at 375 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. Because the Nova was so light, this engine turned it into a giant killer, capable of embarrassing much more expensive muscle cars at the drag strip. It didn't need luxury. It was a bare-knuckle brawler built for one purpose: speed. Let's talk numbers. In 1968, this was the smartest way to go fast on a budget, with a sticker price for a well-equipped 375 horsepower model sitting around $3,500. It was cheap speed. Today, a genuine L78 Nova is a rare find. Collectors pay a premium for this compact rocket, with values currently ranging from $60,000 to over $100,000 for a documented example. It remains the definition of a sleeper. And now, we arrive at the absolute apex of the golden era, the 1970 Chevy Chevelle SS 454. For many, this isn't just a car. It is the king of the streets. The legend lies under the cowl induction hood, home to the mighty LS 6454 cubic-inch V8. This monster was factory-rated at a conservative 450 horsepower and a monumental 500 pound-feet of torque. It was the highest horsepower engine ever offered in a muscle car at that time. Unlike the finned cars of the past, the 1970 model was pure muscle, featuring a bold grille and racing stripes that screamed aggression. So, what did it cost to own the king? In 1970, a fully loaded LS6 model would leave the showroom for roughly $4,500. It was the pinnacle of performance. Today, the 1970 LS6 is the crown jewel of any collection. If you want a genuine, documented example now, be prepared to pay between $150,000 and $250,000. It is the ultimate blue-chip investment. We finally arrive at the car that started a revolution, the 1967 Chevy Camaro SS. This was GM's direct answer to the Ford Mustang, launching a rivalry that still burns today. While the base models were fun, the SS package turned this pony car into a wild stallion. The top-tier option for serious drivers was the ferocious L78 cubic-inch V8. This big block hammered out 375 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. Paired with a Monte 4-speed manual, it offered a raw, visceral connection to the road. Unlike the cars of the 50s, the Camaro ditched the tail fins for a muscular Coke bottle shape and the iconic bumblebee nose stripe. Let's look at the financials. In 1967, you could drive this legend off the lot for roughly $3,200. It was affordable performance. Today, first-year Camaros are blue-chip assets. A genuine SS 396 inches showroom condition now commands between $65,000 and $90,000, proving that the war against the Mustang was worth fighting. And there you have it, the definitive list of the 20 rarest and most valuable Chevy muscle cars ever to hit the asphalt. From the sleeper Novas to the legendary COPO Camaros, these machines are more than just steel and rubber. They are rolling pieces of American history. We've seen how a few $1,000s back then has turned into six-figure fortunes today, proving that high-octane passion is also a serious investment. Which one would you put in your dream garage? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this ride, please smash that like button and subscribe to I Love Muscle Cars for more legendary content. Thanks for watching, and keep the pedal to the metal.